We are live for both. Well, we're going to do the NBA, and we're going to do the we'll do some showdown for the NFL as well. I have a little time because I did actually just get finished with my tasks. I've updated all the projections and updating all of what else is I updating? Updating my lineups. So I should be pretty much free to yap about whatever you guys want to yap about. Some sneaky news was that Al Horford was ruled out, which you could argue makes guys like Grant Williams more viable. But for me, it just also makes Robert Williams that much more of a better play, right? So, yeah, that's where I am with that. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to build, hopefully, my big lineups if I have some time here, because I saved a couple, but I really do want to get access to that late game. It's not I'm just, I'm telling you in advance, it's not the greatest projection game there is. That being the Portland Clipper game, but I want to do it anyway. I feel as though the Paul George and Damian Lillard thing, I think could explode into something good. So I'm definitely going to get kind of more of that than I think the projections are probably advising me to get. But that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. So I'll just say, I mean, if I had to rank guys, I mean, these are just based on my numbers. I mean, just points per dollar stuff. I mean, it's the same guys I talked about before. That would be Jaden McDaniels, Jeremy Lamb. I don't know why Bobby didn't like so much Jordan Nwora, but I like Jordan Nwora a lot. And then Michael Porter Jr. looks like a really, really strong play. So, yeah. And guys that we kind of mentioned that we didn't talk too much about, but Nicholas Claxton is on last run, projecting to be a good play. And his ownership rates to be kind of low. Precious rates to be better play than I first thought. Robert Williams still looks like a good play. Now, this is just on DraftKings. I'm going to get to FanDuel in a minute. And aside from that, I guess I'd rate Giannis ahead of Harden. Something about the Harden play just kind of concerns me a little bit. I'm just going to get with the field on Harden, by the way. I'm not going to get over anything like that. When I first did my projection-based runs, it really wants me to jam in pretty much all of Harden. I just don't like it. It's the best I can describe it. So I'm manually forcing him out of a decent amount. That's just the way that's going to be. Again, not that I'm encouraging you to do this on your own, but that's just, you guys want to know what I'm doing. That's it. I do feel that some of these ownerships look really, really low. But then again, maybe not. Maybe they're spread out for a reason. Jokic at only 9%. Then again, it is 11K, right? And if he's 11K and Giannis is 10.4, I could see why Giannis would be would just take just so many lineup spots away from Jokic. That's why Jokic should be really low owned. I guess that makes some sense. Let me take a look and see what FanDuel looks like, just because you mentioned it. The thing about FanDuel is that Jonas Valanciunas is an extraordinarily strong play there. He's going to be. I have him at almost 50% ownership on FanDuel. So that's I mean, he's rating to be an extremely strong value, and his ownership is certainly reflective of that. If Vucevic is only 6%, and Jokic should be 12, I mean, there is value in that, there is value in you know, fading Valanciunas given that the type of ownership discount. I'm just saying. Then other guys on FanDuel that kind of show up that are not really showing up on DraftKings were Mason Plumlee. You get that at these center positions sometimes. Nicole Alexander-Walker, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, things like that. But I think what I want to do is let's I'm gonna have some fun here. I am gonna actually build. You just fire off questions as they go along, but in the meanwhile, I'm gonna just go ahead and build my big lineups here. I'll do these like kind of live, and what I want to do is try to have a little fun and do this kind of by hand using some of the techniques that I discussed about using the sheets to hand build lineups. And you could ask questions along the way. But yeah, so we're just going to clear the deck from here. And what I'd like to do is, if there's a really just a standout play, I'll put it in. But if not, I really want to try to go for the low-owned positions. So let's see if we pull up the FanDuel thing, what we have. So the thing is that, I mean, Valanciunas does rate to be a strong play. But I want to hold off on a second. This is like the first pivot here. You could have Jokic or Vooch instead of Valanciunas. It's very interesting. Or you could have Karl-Anthony Towns at 3%. I mean, if you can get away with that, you could be a hero. I don't know. The first thing I notice is that, boy, maybe this isn't such a great hand-build lineup situation because there's no real, like, incredible value that's going to be low-owned. Maybe Tatum. Maybe Tatum can be the guy I don't want to play. I don't want to play Cole Anthony, just on sheer principle. You know, he had a ceiling game in Madison Square Garden, coming right back. You know what I mean? He's going to be 50, 30% owned. That's kind of not my thing. The other thing is I'm really into Bobby's take on LaMelo Ball. Bobby mentioned earlier today is that LaMelo Ball, I mean, the coach said outright they weren't going to push him on minutes. And 28 to 30 is probably what they're going to play him, and nobody seems to believe him. I mean, they're projecting him at 32 minutes plus. And I just don't see there's a lot of upside off of that minute projection. So I'm probably going to, just for fun, just going to X him out. I guess that is going to be the first thing that I do. So why don't I just do that? Let me go back into, we're going to X out LaMelo. Do I even have any LaMelo? Let's see. Let's X out LaMelo and redo our lineups. And let's, you want to limit Cole to 30%? Let's do that. We'll limit Cole to 30%. All right. So then what we'll do, we'll limit Cole to that, and then we'll X out LaMelo. And then we'll replace LaMelo lineups. Something useful we can do. And then this, and then we will upload. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that. I want to share both my screens, actually. So now I will show you what I have here. Let's see what we have in on FanDuel over here. So it looks like I have almost 50% Fred VanVleet. Oh, I have all these Toronto guys. Interesting. And with some ownership fade, I'm still getting like a full like 68% Valanciunas. With 48%, I can't even. I'm not even allowed to get him out of my lineups. That's what they're doing. They're not even letting me take Cole Anthony out. I don't care. I got to do it. I just got to do it. I can't play 48% of a guy who just came off the ceiling performance back to back. It's just not going to do it for me. Cole Anthony 30%. Oh, I see. Oh, too smart. See what they did? Here, put Cole Anthony over here. Let's put max exposure. Let's put 25%. There you go. Now we're talking. And we could leave Valanciunas over there. You know, let's just get with the field on Valanciunas. How about that? Then you get 60% Plumlee though. Yikes. That's pretty scary. Oh, these are going to be some fun lineups here. Okay. So let's try this again on FanDuel. And then I'll get some questions. Now we're getting somewhere. A sec. And then we'll get some questions. Then we'll do some NFL. And we'll get out of here. If you have any hockey questions, you have anything going on, again, all my lineups are pretty much built. I just want to do one thing on DraftKings, and I'll do that with you guys here. But hold on, let's now look at updated FanDuel ownerships. Yeah, that's a little better. So now we're we're a little more spread out over here. I have a decent amount of Anthony Edwards, which is interesting. And then my big one over here in the NBA, let's pull that out. You still want me to play Cole Anthony? All right, fine. I'll play him over there. Good grief. You got to play Cole Anthony? Fine. Play freaking Cole Anthony. It's just such a stupid play. Okay, let's see if I have any questions, and then I'll do my DraftKings thing I wanted to do. Hold on. Let me see. Where are you guys? No, not there. Just got to find my goodness. There you are. Sorry. I love that last game. Bledsoe, McCollum, Nurkic, Batum. I am going to do NFL Showdown in about. No, Bobby's not here, Rody. Yeah, I'm going to do NFL Showdown in about 5 minutes. You can just fire off questions right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some big ones with locking in, what's his name, Lillard and Paul George, as I announced I was going to. So let's lock in Lillard. Let's lock in Paul George. And then now we can build some stuff. Just need a few. If Vooch gets ruled out, or we're playing Elise Johnson, ugh, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm in with you. I'm in with you, Project Mayhem. I'm totally in. We're gonna build this right now, and these are gonna be by the way, these lineups. I'm just telling you what this is. This is gonna be locking in Lillard and Paul George. And then just basically just letting my projections just drive the rest of it. And they still want me to play hard, huh? Good grief. Hold on. I just can't get all of Harden, right? Well, if I can get away with it, I'm a superstar though, right? Try one more time. Maybe I should listen. I mean, if it really wants you to play Harden that badly, maybe I shouldn't be so stubborn. And I did say that projections are really important in basketball, but I just have this weird feeling that the Harden play is a bad play. Maybe I'll play of my big lineups. Maybe 3 of them will have Harden and 2 won't. How about that? If they really want me to play him that badly. Claxton, these are pretty good though. You have to do Dinwiddie. I do. So what it's doing, it's still searching for Paul in this thing. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to download these for now. Oh, Dinwiddie Revenge. You like that? Dude, let me tell you something, Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie is just the most cerebral freaking player. I mean, you ever see like his websites and stuff? He's one of those like genius guys. I don't think he's a revenge type of dude. That's just me. Dude, I like the Lillard lineups I have. How about that? We'll put this one in here. And then we'll put this one in here. And then we'll play this one in here. I'm not playing Harden in my big lineup. It just isn't happening. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to upload this because I have one guy I have in my big lineup that I know is not playing, so I have to get rid of him. That would be DeAndre Hunter. Okay, so first of all, I want to put this into the big one. I mean the lottery. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just replace DeAndre Hunter with somebody. We need a forward between 4,500 and 4,800. You can get Gary Trent Jr. starting. Well, let's just rely on my projections here. Let's get a $4,700 to $4,800 DK. It's got to be a forward. This is not particularly appealing here. Oh, Wagner. There you go. Now, is there a 5,800 guard? That's what I want to know. Duarte or Graham? Well, it's close. Is there a $5,800 guard I could play? No. I could get, I think that's, is there a $3,900 shooting guard besides Jeremy Lamb? There's Anthony Simons, so you get to stack that game a little bit more. I'd love to get to Nwora somehow. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Actually, it could. I play Nwora at forward, right? Yeah, play Nwora at forward. Is there a $4,100 shooting guard even? So I don't have to play freaking Jeremy Lamb. Not really. It looks like it's going to be effing Jeremy Lamb, right? All right, Jeremy Lamb it is. Boom. Okay. Hey, what's up, John? All right, so what do you think? What do you think about the showdown, Rody? I'll just tell you what I have. I'm going to basketball practice, so I'm not going to be able to change any of this anyway. I have two guys locked in. One of them, well, three pretty much. Okay, I have. Whoa, this is very interesting. I'm really low on somebody. This is torture. So I have 14% DJ Metcalf. You're still on basketball? Yeah, I unfortunately. Well, I don't have to go. I can hang out actually. So we're still to basketball for a few minutes. Okay. I really should make that lineup a little bit better, right? But I'm not going to. I just like it so much. I'm leaving in my big lineup on DraftKings. I'm leaving money on the table. I'm leaving like 600 on the table. I've just got to be able to do better. Can I get to a $6,000 guard that's better than Devontae Graham? I could get to Michael Porter Jr. if I can do some multi-position finagling, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Crap. Okay, so 4,000. This is what we need. We need a $4,000, $6,000 guard that's better than Devontae Graham. It's not really going to happen for me. I mean, Duarte's are the same price. And I like Graham better than Duarte. Or a $4,100 shooting guard. No. Or a $6,100 utility. Oh, there's Robert Williams. Yeah, I got to do that. Hello? You what? Oh, okay. Okay, so that's what I can do. I could play Robert Williams over Miles Turner. Yeah, that's probably wise. Okay, now I'm good. Now we're in business. The only question is this. Okay, I know the answer. The question is, who's really better, Robert Williams or Duarte? I'm not Robert Williams or Duarte. Graham or Duarte. Well, you know what? I'm going to play one in each. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one more lineup in of each. That's perfect, actually. And then we'll change it. One of them from Graham to Duarte. I don't like that. Duarte seems a little bit too scoring dependent, but it's fine. So we're gonna change. We're gonna do equal amount. I'm gonna take the exact same lineup. One of Duarte and one of Graham. Perfecto. Okay. No, you go to football? Sheets. You say you could plug in your Sheets value into the optimizer. Well, what do you mean by that? I mean, you could. So like when you put, so here's something that's interesting. So whatever you put into the points value in the optimizer, whatever one you use, whether it be SaberSim, Roto Grinders, Awesemo, whatever, it's going to optimize based on that, right? So if you put in, like, let's say Sheets value score into that optimizer setting, then under points, then it's going to optimize based on that. It's going to, instead of saying that Giannis is going to get 55 fantasy points, it's going to say he's going to get 203 fantasy points. And every once in a while, I will do that just to see some lineups that get built that way. And it's just something just a little different. All right, let's take a look at football. I have to leave in, when do I have to leave? Like 10, 15 minutes? We got time. So I have three guys pretty much locked in on DraftKings. One would be Alvin Kamara. The other would be Geno Smith. And the other would be Jameis Winston. Like, those are the guys I have pretty much locked in. Now, just so you guys know, I'm playing 20 lineups, and I'm playing one bigger one, right? I mean, big is relative. So for me, like the 222 is like the big one. So that's like the biggest one I'm playing. So I'm playing 20 in the 20, or whatever it is, 15, whatever it is today, and one in the 222. So those are my three highest owned, and my next highest owned is close. I do have 52% Ty Montgomery, as I announced I was going to. So I have him in my big one, and I have 50% of him throughout the board. You can get a 0, but it is what it is. Other guys that I have about 40% Kenny Stills. I'm well under the field on both the Seattle receivers. I have 25% Lockett and 15% DJ Metcalf. You know, that is what it is. I have 60% Traquan Smith. I have 25% Troutman. Got 20% of the kicker, the Johnson. 20% Freddie Swain. A lot of just a lot of funny business. I got 20% Gazebo, whatever his name is. 20% Swain, 30% Penny. And all that is coming from the I guess that's where I'm making my piece is with the not having the Metcalf, not having too much Metcalf, and not having too much what's the name? Lockett. And when you think about it, on a day where it's hard to get different, I am actually of the belief that if you play like kind of like not non-correlated, but I mean, how do you play Geno Smith without playing Metcalf or Lockett, right? Well, I'm going to try. And we'll see what happens. And that's just the way it's going to be. Remember, you're trying to beat 800 billion people in this thing. You can't. I think you can't just say, "Okay, you know what I'm going to do here? I got a good idea. I got a good idea. This is a good way to play Showdown. Ready? Here we go. We're going to change my. Here, I have just a great way to play Showdown. Okay, so here we go. So So Alvin Kamara, he's like a really good play. He's the top player. He's going to play the captain. So what do I do here? Let's take the quarterback and let's take Geno Smith, and we'll correlate him. We'll play him with DJ Metcalf. Boy, that sounds like a really, really good idea. So I have correlation. I have Metcalf. I have Metcalf, Geno Smith, and Kamara. Let's play a run back also for New Orleans besides Kamara. Let's play Marquise Callaway. Ooh, we ran out of money. Can't do that. But fortunately, we have Ty Montgomery, who, again, is going to be really, really popular, and you can play him. And then you have 2,000 you can play. Who's going to play here? You can play Kenny Stills. He looks like a good play. And let's go play that. So I have a question. If I play this lineup, which I'm not going to play, and I get the stone nuts, you tell me, Rody, how much am I cashing for if this particular lineup comes in? $80? Maybe? You know what I mean? Like, you just got to do something different than stuff like this. I'll tell you, I used to have I still do sort of. I mean, I used to have this question I would ask when someone would pitch me a stock. They'd say, "Oh, why don't you buy this for your fund or whatever?" They would start telling me like a story about like the stock. Oh, it's this. The easiest the story is to tell, the less I'm really going to want to buy it, because if it's easy enough for like any 10-year-old to tell me a story, it's probably already factored into the stock. Everybody's probably already owning it, and it's just probably inherent bad value. So likewise, look, this is good theory, right? To do what I just said, to play this type of lineup in standard DFS theory with correlation and all that stuff. But in this particular type of contest, you just can't do it. And you can do it. Look, you're probably gonna. I bet you this cashes. I bet you it does. I bet you it cashes. But it's gonna be you're gonna have a lot of friends. Let's put it that way. What do you got, Rody? You got anybody fun? Like Juwan Johnson or somebody like that? You got like the kicker and the captain. You got anything? You got anything for me here? I mean, you know, it's you know, when I throw these takes into the Discord, you know, whatever it is, you know, it's I'm half joking, but I'm half like, you know, I'm half dead serious. I mean, this is what you got to do. Like, yeah, like who down here? Who's that 200 guy that I brought up in chat? Now, who the hell was that? I forget. There's a $200 guy that Bobby talked about. That Omar something. Yeah, Arma. Like, is he playing? Alex Arma. Like, is that guy playing? Is that guy going to fall into a touchdown on the 1 yard line? Probably not. But every freaking slate, it's one of these dudes. Penny Hart. 1 target, 2 targets, 2 targets. What about him? 600. Got a shot? Maybe. So you're gonna settle an unofficial bet for me. How old is Ty Montgomery gonna be today? Bobby assures me nobody's gonna be playing Ty Montgomery, and I think it's gonna be like 25% owned. And he didn't really mean nobody, but in any case, I think him and Stills are both going to just garner a lot of ownership. But I'll try it. Troutman, Swain, all these guys are in play. Homer, he's a guy that's in play. I like that. As a matter of fact, do I have any of him? That's somebody I probably should get more of. Let me see how much. I could do this, right? How much Homer do I have? I have no Travis Homer, so that's not good. You gotta get me some Travis Homer. What's his price? He's not 2,000, right? TY showing 1%. Okay, that's funny. Well, that's what I should do. Instead of betting DFS, I should just bet I should bet Roto Grinders that I'll take over 1%, and I'll give them 5-1 odds. So I can't replace Gazebo with Homer, right? Who can I replace with Homer? I got some kicker, right? Replace Johnson with Homer and leave money on the table. That's interesting. Maybe the Homer's the bad play. Oh, here's the other guy I don't have. I don't think I have any Collins. Yeah, there you go. Is Collins even active? Oh, he looked good Saturday. I have no Alex Collins. There you go. I'm already different. There you go. Perfect. I don't even need Travis Homer. What am I doing? I have like none of the Seattle offense. I have almost like 100% Geno Smith, but I have 0 Alex Collins. I have like 20% DJ Metcalf and like 20% Tyler Lockett. Beats me. Bro, do you have 100% Kamara? Or were you able to get away in some lineups? See, these I like. These 3,200 left on the table lineups. Yeah, I'm leaving in like 2 minutes anyway. Rashad Penny. Well, that's what I could do. I could take Rashad Penny out. No, Rashad Penny's in, so I don't think I'm going to get into any Homer. I guess that's why. All right, guys. I'm going to go and say anything to practice. But hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys get it. Hopefully, nobody gets ruled out in the next 5 minutes. And I'd like it. Like, if I come back at like 10:30 or whatever, to me to have, a couple of my early NBA guys that got there so that I could just root for a big old overtime game between Lillard and Paul George. That would be fun. Good luck, everybody.